guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. Absolutely terrific. All it did was rain yesterday, and it is beautiful today. It's in the mid-50s. The sun is out. The air is clean after all that rain. It's just absolutely beautiful. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. A very cool interview with Phil Smith. It's 3 parts. Some of you may have seen it. It's no mystery. It's been on the internet for a long time, YouTube. But I think it's worth listening to, and I will give my thoughts on it in a minute. Anyway, I have played. Let's see what I got, and we'll take it from there. Anyway, apple and pear. I just get healthier every day. My chops feel better every day. Can't wait till tomorrow. What's that old Joe Namath line? It was the name of his book. What was it? What was the first book? I can't wait till tomorrow. I get better looking every day. Anyway. Phil Smith. Now this, I'm leaving the first of 3 parts of this interview. Very interesting. In-depth interview. It's from a series called Bone 2, number 2, Pick. The interviewer is a well-known trombone player, jazz trombone player in the New York area. So he has some really specific questions. It's very nicely done. Phil Smith comes off as a real nice guy. And I think it's worth your while to check it out. Now, number 1, I love Phil Smith's playing. I love Phil Smith's playing. Where's that CD? I have it somewhere. You know which one I'm talking about. The orchestral excerpts. Guys, he has lots of CDs out, and I don't love all of them. I really don't. But the one with his orchestral excerpt, guys, if you are interested in orchestral playing, you have to get this. You have to get this. If you're just interested to listen to some sublime trumpet playing, you can get it as well. But he is doing the top 25 excerpts that are asked on any audition. Everything from Brandenburg to Pictures at an Exhibition. All by itself. It is with his little explanations and directions, you know, the tempo at the end, you want to do this. And just wonderful stuff. Okay? Now, needless to say, it was done in the studio. So every note is perfect. I mean, it is just incredible trumpet playing. And listen to the notes pop. Okay? Now, first of all, his playing is such, I'm going to talk about his chops. If you look at these pictures, his chops are beautifully set up from an aesthetic point of view, from a visual point of view. Very thick top lip. His bottom lip is not as thick as Maurice, Horst, Harry, all that. So maybe his upper register isn't quite as driven as these guys. And he is using a bathtub Bach. He studied with Vacchiano, and he talked about his time at Juilliard with Vacchiano. and Ed Troidel and all that. It's a tremendous, tremendous interview. So anyway, back to his chops. The one thing that I take from his chops, that I have said many times, I think this is the third video I've done about Phil Smith. It might be the second. But I really and truly feel, I always talk about the golden age of brass, okay? And I really and truly feel that he is the last one of that great era. With, you know, the tree from Vacchiano and all, you know, Troidel and all this sort of, you know, played for years in the same orchestra as Herseth. I mean, next to Jay Friedman, next to Arnold Jacobs, the great trombone tuba player. I mean, this guy's knowledge and breadth of his career is extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. Now, as you know, I consider my idea of tone, it, to be Herseth and Mel Broyles. No question about it. Herseth and Mel Broyles. He is one of the next best things. Now, when you listen to Herseth and Mel Broyles, you hear fire, you hear passion, you hear power. I mean, which is what I love. When you hear Phil Smith, you hear ease of playing. Even when he's playing with fire and passion and whatnot, all you hear, that I hear, is ease of playing, and it's extraordinary. Extraordinary. And again, the notes pop. Never asked him about it. He doesn't teach a lot. He's teaching now down at the University of Georgia, but he didn't teach for a long time because he felt that the teaching took away from his playing. But anyway, there was a couple stories that were very, very telling. And he talked all about, you know, analyze the different conductors. And I mean, it's just, you know, Schulte, Leonard Bernstein. Ah, Mano, what a career. What a career. Now, check this out. Any of you that have done any orchestral auditioning, you know, all the auditions, all the openings have to, by union rules, have to be posted in the union newspaper. And every single person, union member, has to be allowed to apply. They don't have to invite you, but you have to be applied. So what you do is you send out hundreds of these applications, okay? And you might not even get a rejection letter. You might just not hear from them. Most of the time you get a rejection letter for about at least 50% of them. Especially, like Phil Smith in this case, you have no prior orchestral experience other than college. All of us were in that position at one time or another, okay? Now check this out. He says Phil Smith is sending out all these applications, not hearing a word from anyone. His first audition was fourth trumpet with the Chicago Symphony in Herseth, and he got the job. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And if you listen to him talk about it, he is just as dumbfounded as it. But I couldn't help thinking, when I'm listening to this, is what were those other orchestras thinking? They passed on Phil Smith. You know, East Overshoe Orchestra, it passed, didn't even give Phil Smith an audition. I mean, incredible, okay? Then the New York Philharmonic comes up, assistant principal, and he didn't want to go back. He, you know, loved playing second to Herseth, wanted to stay there. Herseth made him audition. Literally kicked him out of the bassinet. He didn't want to do it. Now he went, took another audition. He took 2 auditions in his life, Chicago, and got them both. Now how is that for a talent? Okay? And the rest is history. And I'll let you listen, but that I just thought was absolutely dumbfounding and hilarious. And the last one that I just don't agree with him for one bit. He says, okay, for our last thing, if there is one thing that you can, a bit of information that you can pass on to some of these younger trumpet players, what would it be? And he goes on and on and on for minutes about playing from the heart. You have to feel the love of the music and the passion of the music. And here's the telling thing, and I'm all for that. He says, and all the other stuff, the chops, the music, that will take care of itself. But it have to start with the love of the heart. And I'm here to say, BS. Phil, I love you. I respect, I think you're one of the top 10 players of all time. Okay? But if you don't have the chops that can duplicate, that can try, that can actually produce what you are feeling from the heart, you don't have it. And it doesn't just take care of itself. It does not. You have to play correctly, and I have a big problem with that. That came from a guy that never had a chop problem in his life. As you'll find out if you listen to he was a internationally known cornet soloist as a child prodigy with the Salvation Army bands. I mean, this guy, he might have changed a mouthpiece. He might have struggled with the sound at some point. He didn't have chop problems like I had chop problems, or most of us. Yeah, then you can just come from the heart. You come out, I get it. But don't give me that nonsense. If you can't produce what you're feeling in the heart, sorry. Anyway, down below is, they're all 20 minutes. There's 3 of them. There's 20 minutes apiece. Listen to the first one. I think you'll find it fascinating. And the other 2 are out there very, very easily if you want. Anyway, eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Love you all.